you doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to check out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make sous vide pork belly. Now, pork belly is one of these things that's becoming really trendy. There's so many things you can do with it besides just making bacon, which is what it's most famous for. I've made quite a few videos. I've smoked one on my pit barrel cooker. I cut one up for pork belly burnt ends. Really, there's a lot of neat things, and it's becoming very popular and trendy because it's so delicious. So right here I have around a 4-pound piece of pork belly that I just purchased yesterday, and I'm going to put it in a simple marinade when I cook it sous vide, anywhere from 24 to 36 hours, and then I'm just going to finish it off in the stove to crisp up a little bit of the fat, and this is going to be absolutely delicious. Real basic ingredients, not too complicated if you have a sous vide machine. We have some soy sauce, some sesame oil, some sriracha, some minced garlic, some green onions, of course the pork belly, and salt and pepper. That's it. So let me show you how to make this dish step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright, I cut the pork belly into 3 somewhat even pieces. This is to allow a little bit more surface area so the marinade can kind of absorb completely throughout the whole pork belly. I'm just going to cook it in one sous vide bag. I double sealed it on the bottom. I'm probably going to do a double seal because this is going to be a long cook, minimum of 24 hours. So I'm going to try to see if I can just lay them single file. Perfect. And now I'll show you how to make the marinade that we're going to cook this in the sous vide bath with. Now these are the ingredients we're going to need for the marinade, okay? We're going to start off with 1 cup of low sodium soy sauce. Now you know if you're familiar with my channel, you know I always recommend using low sodium whenever you get a chance because you can always add salt down the line, but you can't take it out. So low sodium soy sauce. Now I'm using a little small food processor. You can use a blender. You just want to thoroughly mix these ingredients. So we start off with a cup of soy sauce. We're going to add roughly around a cup of green onions. You don't have to chop those up too fine because obviously it's going in the food processor. Okay, we got 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Oh, one of my favorites. Love me some garlic. This is going to add some nice flavor to this pork belly. Okay. Now we have 2 or 3 tablespoons of sesame oil, okay? This adds a nice flavor to it as well. Little Asian flavor. Okay, now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of regular old salt. That's why I used a low sodium, because I'm adding a little bit of additional salt. I have 2 tablespoons of Sriracha hot sauce. I love this because it's a little bit garlicky. Now if you don't like stuff extra hot, you can omit this if you'd like, or you can put your favorite hot sauce of your choice. It's not going to make it too spicy. Alright, and then last but not least, we got 1 tablespoon of ground black pepper. There we go. Just like so. This is kind of the consistency you wanted. Everything's nice and blended. Alright, so here's the pork belly cut into 3 separate pieces. All fit into the bag. And now obviously be careful whenever you're using liquid, but you don't have to be too scientific here as far as trying to evenly coat it, because as it cooks in the sous vide, it's going to kind of draw those juices all over the place. So let's just pour it in, just like so. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to quickly seal this because I don't want any of the liquid to get out, and then I'm going to do another bag and seal it as well, just because I got a lot of liquid, and like I said, this is going to be between 24 and 36 hours. Whenever you're going to do something more than 24 hours in the sous vide cook, I always recommend double bagging it, just in case something, one of the seals is broken. You don't want it to leak all over. So let me seal this first bag, and then we'll put it in the second one. We'll be right back. So here we are. I have the pork belly in its own bag, double sealed on both ends, and now I put it into a second bag here, like I said, just to prevent anything from leaking. Now, Pork belly, when you're cooking anything really that long, as it starts to heat up and some of the fat starts to melt away a little bit, air is going to be released. It's going to make this bag want to float. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a couple heavy spoons inside this second bag just as an aid to help kind of keep this weight down. It still might not work perfectly. I still might have to put something heavy like a saucepan or something on it to keep it fully submerged, but this will certainly make it a little bit easier. Now they do sell these sous vide weights you can buy, and maybe one day I'll pick those up, but you know, you have to improvise. Use something heavy. Don't use a knife or a fork, something that's sharp that could puncture the bag. That's why I'd recommend if you got some big heavy spoons, that would probably work the best. So I'm gonna go ahead and seal it now. We'll be back in a second. All right, here we are. I have my sous vide. It's almost up to temperature. I'm gonna put it in anyway because once I get it in there and put these sous vide balls on it, it'll help it come to temperature a little bit quicker. 154 degrees. Now you can go at a minimum 24 hours all the way up to 36 hours. Right now it's 12 o'clock noon, so I'm gonna set it for 30 hours. That means tomorrow at dinner time, 6 o'clock, it'll be ready. But the great thing too about sous vide is that if for some reason at 6 o'clock I'm not ready to eat dinner, I got other things going, just let it go. Keep it going. I got a little rack on the bottom here. There we go. Just, whoops, just like so. I'm going to put a little clip on the end here just to hold it into place. I have another rack here I'm going to put on top just to kind of, again, anything you can do. I think those spoons are definitely making a difference. And then whenever you do a long cook like this, you want to put something over the container because this water is very hot. It's going to evaporate. You don't want to go to sleep and then wake up the next morning and find out that your machine has stopped working because the water level dropped too low, in which case you might have a complete disaster on your hand and you have to throw it away, because you don't know how long it's been outside that safe temperature range. I got these little sous vide balls, which I really like because they form a nice seal. And they prevent any water from evaporating. Just kind of move them around till they're all in a nice single file, single layer. All right, 154 degrees, 30 hours. Now I'll just let the sous vide machine do its magic. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day and I'll meet up with you guys tomorrow. We'll check this thing out, see how things are progressing. Until then, see you tomorrow. Welcome back, it's the next day. We still got around an hour and a half. Time for a beer review. Dos Equis Amber, or as they call it in Mexico, Cerveza. That's what I'm going to be trying, and this is my son Kyle. Say hi.
Hi.
He's going to be trying something different too from a different country, and I'm probably going to completely butcher this. Paulaner, I think they make a German beer. This is the German soda. Spezi? I'm not quite sure.
If you're German and can read this all,
well, I gotta ask.
Dad's gonna show you.
I gotta ask my dad. So, just so you want to know what this is orange soda with cola. I guess it's popular in Germany. I have no idea what it is, but I saw it and I knew Kyle would probably like to try it. So, here we go. All right. So,
I can open it. Oh well.
I just want to make sure. I was wondering what color it was going to be. It looks like a cola, but it's definitely carbonated. You see the bubbles. Oh, it smells like Coke. Got a lot of bubbles. What do you think? What does it smell like?
Coke, I guess.
You smell any orange?
Yeah.
Interesting. I never heard of such a thing.
Me neither, but I guess there is.
And here's my Dos Equis. They make a regular beer. This one is an amber, so you can see it's a little bit darker color.
It looks like a lighter color in my eyes.
Well, normally, like Coronas and the typical Mexican beer, our Pilsner, they're very light. They're like gold color. This is obviously darker.
I don't get it, because I don't drink beer.
Smells a little malty. That's about it. Not much flavor. All right, here we go. Cheers.
Oh, dump stars in there.
Okay, cheers. All right, let's give it a sip. As always, guys, thanks for watching my video. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is good. I mean, it's not very powerful. I'm not usually a big fan of beers from Mexico, cerveza. I understand why they're always light is because it's very hot climate. Well, it's weird. I don't know why it beeped. Oh, it dropped down 153.9, then it beeped when it went up to 154. But in a hot climate like that, you don't want a heavy beer. You want something that's easily drinkable. This is a little bit darker. I like it a little bit better than your normal beer. Now, big question. How is your German cola with...
It doesn't taste like cola. It tastes more like lemonade.
Well, don't tell me. Tastes like lemonade.
Yeah, it tastes like lemonade and orange.
And orange? Can I try a sip?
Sure. It doesn't taste at all like what you think Coke is.
Oh, it definitely has that lemon flavor. Wow. Well, why do they call that orange?
There is orange, but
orange,
I already call it Coke.
It says orange limonade mit cola. So maybe there's a little orange and a little lemon lime in there as well?
Maybe it's not Coke and it just says cola for some other reason.
Oh, it's made, no, it definitely is, you can tell by the color. It's made in Germany. Munich, Deutschland. Never tried it before. What do you think? Is that something you would drink regularly if you could get it? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is it better than, like, say, root beer?
No.
No? You like root beer better? That's something different, huh? As always, guys, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. We'll take this out in a little bit. We're going to enjoy our drinks here, and we'll be back shortly, take it out and do a taste test. Again, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Cheers. Thanks, guys. All right, moment of truth. We're going to get it out of here. There's 32 minutes left, so not quite the 30 hours, but you know what? Close enough for all intended purposes, as long as you go 24. So let me turn that off. It's just going to be easy to get out. I hope I just don't get balls everywhere. All right, let's see if I can pull this out. There's quite a bit of liquid in there. Alright, I took it out the first bag. I just wanted to show you how it looks like before I cut this open. And I'm catching a little whiff of that garlic. Ooh, it smells good. And the soy sauce. That's how it looks like there. So let me cut this open. Alright, here we are. They're dried off here. I wiped them off with a paper towel. This end piece definitely kind of shrunk a little bit. So it kind of looks like a misfit piece, but these two pieces look really nice. Now, as you notice, I turned it so the fat side's up because I'm going to put it in a broil in my oven just to crisp it up a little bit. These look really, really good. You see them on the side there. Oops. So there they are. As you can hear, the oven is going. Got it going at the convention broil, the high settings, around 550 degrees. We're just going to stick this in for a little bit just to crisp it up a little bit. We'll Alright, they've been in there around 5 minutes. It's smelling really good in here. Look at that. Alright, here they are. They just stopped sizzling there. Alright, let me get one of these on the cutting board here. We'll slice into this and see how they taste. Alright, I've let it cool off a little bit. Let's slice into this. I'm just going to do little thin pieces here. Oh, slices nice, like butter. Alright, let's take a look here. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Look how juicy. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna slice a few more pieces out. I'm gonna get my son out here to try this. Unfortunately, my wife Monica is out. She's not quite home yet, so she'll have to try this later. But man, oh man, it looks delicious. We'll be right back, guys. All right, here I am with my son Kyle. Unfortunately, Monica, my wife, and your mom is out at the store, so she'll have to try some of this later. But I cut this up. Man, it is so juicy. Okay, Kyle, just try it. Fat, no, the fat just kind of melts in your mouth. Mmm.
It's good.
It's really good. You can taste the soy sauce, a little bit of the heat from the sriracha. Definitely taste the garlic. Can you taste all that stuff in there?
Yeah.
Wow. So good. My dog wants some too, I can tell. So what do you think, Kyle? You think Mom's going to like this?
Mm-hmm.
Really good and really easy if you got a sous vide machine. You saw it didn't take that many ingredients. It's good when you get a little piece with a little bit of that fat. It's just it's so good and juicy. As always, guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. If you like it, please hit the like button. Check out my link above to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com, and we'll see you next time. Say goodbye. We're going to be eating a lot of this tonight. Thanks again, guys.